of English.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I can just assume probably how this is already going to go, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to say what I need to say. But at the end of the day, I really haven't heard so many different things about a policy that did not get any opposition in committee, not even from the construction industry. So all the narratives and opinions that are being pushed, I'm not even going to say that I'm shocked, but it's just kind of taking me back that it's going this far when this was a bill with no opposition. And if it's about transparency and accountability, let it be what it is. But I know when, there are a room full of attorneys, which is cool. It's going to be a lot of legal stuff. We're not attorneys. But at the end of the day, we spoke with a few different attorneys. And I know all attorneys aren't going to agree, but I just want to be clear on this one thing, because it's pretty offensive to even think that me as a Black Caucus member would bring something that's going to create penalties or felonies for someone. Like, I'm really offended because I wouldn't get on a policy that's going to create felonies for someone unless it's harming kids. So let me just be clear about that, but I digress. But this bill is protecting our most vulnerable, which is our seniors. Because number one, if you're a contractor and you provide the services that you were paid to do, would this or would this not be an issue? So it's not like we're coming at one population of contractors, oh, this is gonna harm the immigrant contractors, or this is gonna harm the Black contractors. I don't care what kind of contractor you are or what color you are. If someone pays you to do a job, then do the dang job. If someone gave you their money. And if you're a senior and you drain your bank account and you give $30,000 and expect work to be done, the work should be done. It should be a no-brainer. I just don't understand a lot of things that happen in here. I just really don't. I don't know, either we protect people when it's convenient or we protect people when it's certain people on the bill. I don't know. I just don't understand this. Again, where there was no opposition whatsoever, and I thank my colleague, Assistant Majority Leader Bacon, for listening and going through this policy line for line, line by line, to help work through some of the issues that were brought up by colleagues, not by the industry. I don't think I've ever been on a bill that had no opposition. But the very one I get on that's for my community that had no opposition now has so much opposition that it's just mind-blowing. But I just want to leave with saying this is for the people of Colorado. This is for our constituents. I believe everybody in this chamber, well, I know everybody in this chamber has elderly constituents, people that are most vulnerable, people that are taken advantage of most when it comes to projects like these, construction projects. This bill ain't gonna put nobody out of business at all. But what it's gonna do is provide a level of transparency and accountability that's needed and necessary in this space. But do what you do. But my people gonna know that I was up here and I fought to the end and that I spoke what was right to protect the most vulnerable people, because if this wasn't an issue, this would not have been brought to us. And just like everyone in here, I stand up and I fight and I listen to the needs of my community. And this happened to be one of them. Sorry, we may not all agree. We're not going to always agree on everything in here, but this is one issue that came from my community in El Paso County that directly impact my constituents. And this was the right thing to do, and this was the fair thing to do with no opposition. And with that, I ask for a yes vote for people, those of us that want to protect the most vulnerable, those of us that see that transparency and accountability in this bill is important. And guess what, y'all? There is no criminality in this bill. This is not creating a new crime. Y'all can look like that if you want to. I don't do that. I don't create new crimes. That's not what I'm doing, and that's not what this is about. And I'm going to leave it at that. But I ask for a yes vote. Thank you.
Representative